My name is Thelma, and I'm a teaching artist with Playwrights Project. In our Out of the Yard program, we believe that anyone can be a playwright. We value live theater as an opportunity to express and connect. Although we'd prefer to share this lesson with you in person, since that's not possible, I'm going to be joined by one of our participants.
Hi, my name is Shawn Khalifa. I discovered that I'm a playwright when I took part in the Playwrights Project at the R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility. Each of us learned how to write a 10-minute play made up of 3 scenes.
Thank you, Shawn. In this lesson, we're going to explore what goes into scene 1 of a 3-scene play. This is all about the process. We're going to show you how you can create your own examples. There are no right or wrong answers. First of all, we're going to need a main character. A main character can be an animal, object, or human. For my example, I'm going to choose a human. I'm going to describe this main character. You can describe a main character by their age, gender, their occupation, and personality. I'm going to choose a main character whose name is Frank. Frank is 50 years old. He is a letter carrier, and one of his personality traits that really stands out is that he is grumpy. Now, every main character has an intangible want. An intangible want is a universal need. It's something that you can't touch or hold. Examples of intangible wants are love, or power, or acceptance. Frank's intangible want is that he wants achievement. He has a secret dream of being an opera singer. The conflict is the problem that prevents the main character from getting the intangible want. In Frank's case, it's his job. He works long hours and he's tired when he comes home, so he doesn't have the energy to pursue singing lessons or take classes. Also, we need some other characters in our scene 1. Who are the other people in the main character's life? What relationships does the main character have with them? You can think about, do these characters support the main character in getting their want? Or do these characters work against the main character? In Frank's case, another character could be his boss. She wants to promote Frank and have him become a supervisor. But this would mean longer hours and more responsibility. So this would go against his dream of becoming an opera singer. Frank's boss thinks that she's being supportive in offering him a promotion that fulfills her need. But her need is in conflict with what Frank really wants. In plays, we can show opposing needs, and it doesn't mean that one character is good and another one is bad. People are multidimensional. They have good and bad qualities. Flawed characters are often the most interesting. It makes them relatable. All of these elements of scene 1 are revealed through dialogue and action. Shawn, how about you brainstorm a main character that's an object for your scene 1?
Thinking of a main character that's an object for the scene 1 of my play. I would go with a rock, like a boulder, a large boulder as a main character. And to describe my boulder, it would be a he. So my main character is a boulder that's a he, and who works as a security guard in front of a liquor store. And my boulder it's round, has a dent in it, and is 10,000 years old. So that's my main character's description. Let me see, I need intangible wants. So the intangible want of my boulder, his name is Rock, by the way. I had to add that to his description. So part of my description would be his name is Rock. He's 10,000 years old. he's round and he has a dent. So Rock, an intangible want that Rock can have, he wants to go back 2,000 years to guard the castle, an ancient castle that he once guarded, because now he's in front of a liquor store and he feels like he's lost his purpose. So his intangible want is to go back in time to guard the castle he once guarded. That's his intangible want. The conflict is that the castle was destroyed and replaced with the liquor store. So that would be my conflict for my scene one. And another character that I can add to my scene one would be a blade of grass. So I'm thinking a young blade of grass that grew up next to Rock. And the blade of grass could be a she. So she, and her name could be Daphne. So her role is she wants to support and help Rock overcome his want to go back in time. And hopefully Daphne, the blade of grass, will be able to help Rock accept his new role as security guard in front of the liquor store instead of the castle. So that would be my scene one.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun, Shawn. These elements can be the starting point for your scene one. We're going to watch an example of a scene one now from a play that Shawn wrote. In this play, Shawn chose a main character that's an animal. The title of the play is BeeLeaf. It was produced by Playwrights Project and San Diego State University in April 2019.
I can't do this anymore. I'm so tired of pretending to be something that I'm not. All the other work drones keep buzzing about with purpose. Well, I know that I'm different. I know what I'll do. I'll just fly away. That's it. Maybe they'll miss me then. Or I can find a new hive, one that's a little more accepting.
Whoa, whoa! Why don't you just slow down a bit, young bee?
Who said that? Who's there? I must have had a little too much honey today. I'm starting to hear things.
Did I scare you? No need to worry, young bee. I'm only a leaf, and of no harm to you.
A talking leaf? But it is taught to us by the queen that we bees are the only beings in the universe who are conscious.
I am conscious, as is all other matter in the universe. Have you ever considered that the very planet that sustains you is conscious, and that it feels through the very leaf that I am? Or have you ever taken a moment to consider how your hive, as it is pollinating flowers, is in fact massaging the earth's very soul?
Oh, Leaf, you sound very wise. The queen teaches us that we bees are created to serve the hive. Do what is best for the hive. There is no us without the hive. I've been having these crazy thoughts lately, but maybe we'll just maybe.
Don't need to worry, young bee. When the time is right, you will speak to me about it. I've watched a generation of you bees coming and going from the hive, but not once have one of you decided to pay me a visit.
Leaf, I would have visited you if I knew you were here. Now that I know you're here, I will consider you a friend and visit you often.
It's a leaf's dream to receive a visit.
I've never had a connection with a leaf before, and I feel like I can share what's troubling me. On the outside, I look like a worker drone bee, but on the inside, I'm a queen bee. Do you look at me any differently?
No different than the wind blows, but it's not what I or others think about you. What's most important is how you think about yourself.
I think that I'm unique and special. I will inform the queen of the hive of who I truly am. I will return as a queen, or I may not return at all. Despite that, I thank you.
As long as this tree holds your hive up, I'll hold my fall until you return.
That was awesome, Shawn. Through the dialogue and action, you revealed that Bee is the main character. She is a worker drone, but she feels different from the other workers. Her intangible want is fulfillment. She wants to become a queen bee herself. The conflict is there's an actual queen bee, and the queen bee has made it pretty clear that all the workers need to serve the hive. You introduce the other character of Leaf, and Leaf supports Bee in her quest to fulfill her destiny. So how did it feel to see your play come to life, Shawn?
It was absolutely amazing to see my play brought to life because I was trying to communicate that there's a lot of labels put on everybody in life, and B had this label that you have to be a worker drone B. So to see me able to communicate through B that you could challenge these labels and be successful and watch the actors bring it to life was amazing. It brought tears to my eyes, tears of joy.
That's wonderful. How did you come up with this idea?
Well, I was serving a life prison sentence. So part of serving a life prison sentence for me personally in my journey was that I felt kind of voiceless and like I was stuck there. So I kind of felt like Tree. I related to Tree like 100% because we see volunteers come in from the community. We see correctional officers come in, visitors come into our visiting room, our family members, and we're stuck in one place like a tree. And then they're buzzing in and out of our tree and around our tree like bees. So I kind of translated what I wanted to express in real life, how my real life was playing out, which was any chance I got to share wisdom with anybody that wasn't serving life in prison, I did. So I was able to put that into my fictional characters and watch them play it out, like go through it and my message communicated. So that was like so fascinating to watch and what I'm so grateful for. And that was the reason behind it, just kind of my real life translated into Bee and Leaf to make it more interesting, I would say, because just hearing the same old story of, hey, I'm serving life in prison and I want to share this great wisdom with you is kind of dull. And we do it, and it's kind of the same old story over and over. So to come up with fictional characters and a way to transmit it in that sense was creative, I thought, and effective, which was amazing.
That is amazing, Shawn. Your work is an inspiration to all the playwrights out there. And now it's their turn. Take what you've learned from this lesson and create your own examples for scene one. When you're finished, share your work with others. Have fun and enjoy brainstorming.
Due to a recent change in the law, I was fortunate enough to be released, and now I'm back in the community, and I'm still writing plays. I started while I was inside with the Playwrights Project, and I would encourage anybody that's still in there to take it serious and express yourself through the art of playwriting. You'll find a lot of healing. You'll find a lot of insight, hopefully a lot of hope and a lot of joy. So thank you so much for writing with the Playwrights Project. Keep it up. Thank you.